Hello, in this video I will explain how to edit data in a table. This part would be the part of editing data in a table in a Laravel REST API. From a Laravel REST API example. First, what I'm going to do is go to RestAPI, PHP, and create a route with put, with products, the, edit, and the ID, as URL, and use the products controller class, and the edit, which would be for the public function edit, that is in the products controller, PHP. Then I go to products controller, PHP, and create the public function edit with the request and the ID. And then I create the product to search the ID. Then I create the validator, which is equal to validator, with the make and the request, to validate the form. Then I create the example name, which is equal to required, the example description, which is equal to required, the example code, which is equal to required. Then I create the error message with the required. Then I create an if with the validator, which would be so that in case it fails, an error appears in response, so I create a return with response, and the JSON with the status, which is equal to 422. And the errors update, which is equal to validator and the messages, and I close. Then I create an else, and in it I create the product to update, and what would be for the table. The example name would be equal to the request, and the example name. The product with the example code would be equal to the request, and the example code. And the product with the example description would be equal to the request, and the example description. And I close. Then I create the product and the save, and I close. Then I create a return in the product and I close. Then I close. That would be all.